TheKingofKpop here with the topic video sent in to me by Miss Michelle 103, asking me my thoughts on foreigners getting into K-pop. Can they be successful in K-pop? How would Korea react to a foreigner being in the K-pop? Will they be successful? Will they flop, fail? Very interesting topic. It's funny that Michelle had asked me to make this video, because this was a topic I was actually saving for my 100th video for this channel. However, by her asking me asking me this request, she just gave me that extra push off the clip to make this vid, because this is one of those rare topics I think some K-popers avoid and wouldn't touch and talk about with the 10-foot pole. But topics like this I like to touch and talk on because I'm ballsy enough to do it. So can a non-Asian foreigner thrive or be successful in K-pop? Can they do K-pop? My first number one answer, I'd say no. But to kind of go more in the details to why is that, and maybe a possibility why it could happen maybe one day. I'll say this here: K-pop is more than just music. Like, K-pop is literally a part of the Korean culture. It's tied in with the various Korean foods and dishes, to different Korean customs and the Korean dramas. It's literally tied in within their culture, especially for the younger generation. Unlike here in America, where here in America we have various races and ethnicities and cultures here in America, but we don't identify American music within our culture, because our music, it varies and is different. So we don't identify our music with our culture, unlike Korea does. So with that being said, by having a non-foreigner in K-pop, they're not just getting in the K-pop music industry, they're getting into the Korean culture. And I think Koreans will kind of be a little bit reluctant towards that, because I think they think that, one, America has different standards compared to Korea, and a lot of the standards are morally definitely off-key compared to Korea's. So because of that, I think they feel that, hey, the U.S. citizens must have the same standards of the country. So if we bring a U.S. citizen from, or a foreigner into our world, then they're going to bring the same customs and from their state of America and bring it within our culture, and it'll taint our culture, and it'll just be a big flop. And I don't think so. With that, I think that'd be kind of a bit of a hindrance. That's why they're just saying no. Other thing too is that I don't think Koreans in South Korea probably will feel. Like I said, they probably feel that like their culture is kind of being taken over by foreigners. Like I said, because it's not just Korean music that you're getting into. You're getting into the entire Korean culture when you get into K-pop, in terms of like singing and stuff in it. So with that there, I think that would be the biggest thing as to why they will be reluctant and say no. Possibilities of this, of maybe having a foreigner, a non-Asian in Korea, you do see little seeds of Korean mixed idols, like the girl group Chocolate. 3 of their members are half white, half Korean. One of YG Entertainment's girls, I think it's going to be the Super Pearls, or this other girl group, are said to be half American, half Korean. But to be more specific, to say, could Korea be more acceptive to a non-Asian? For someone who doesn't have a drop of Asian ethnicity in their DNA, if Korea was to be open-minded to say, hey, you know what, we're going to take a foreigner, we're going to make him to the K-pop, bring him to the K-pop industry. Like I said, once again, these are just my opinions and thoughts. I think Korea will be more lenient and more open-minded in bringing a white person into the K-pop industry world, and take a chance on that, rather than bringing in an African-American, a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, an Indian, Dominican Republic, and that's just my opinion there. So I think they'll be more accepting towards that. But to say, could that person fail or be a success or flop? That I think depends on the company. If you were to say, hey, this non-foreign singer is coming from one of the big three, or it's coming from Cube or Playlist or something, automatically people are going to tune in to that person and see what they're like, because this person's come from one of the bigger companies, which notably, rightfully so, most of the successful stars come from these companies. So they have the money, they have the publicity, they have the backing of those companies to be successful, if not more than anything, get publicity. If they're to come from like a rinky-dink, no one ever heard of company like GS Entertainment, then no, they're bound not for success, but they're bound for failure, or to flop at least, if it's from a smaller company. But I think if how the Korean audience would take it, I think, or the Korean media, I think the media would be out of curiosity more than anything to say, okay, hey, there's a non-Asian singer in the K-pop world singing and stuff too, and dancing in Korean. It'll be more of curiosity than anything. So out of that curiosity, I think it'll be more of, who is this person? Let's find out more about this foreign person who's into K-pop and singing and dancing in K-pop. So out of that, I think you probably get more positives as to like who this is and let's know more about this person, rather than getting negatives and stuff like that. I also think that another thing that may turn this down is that like I said again, I think that Korea, I don't think thinks that maybe a foreigner would be able to adapt very well to the Korean culture. Yes, you have some Taiwanese and some Japanese and Chinese Asians that are in Korea and they're K-pop stars, but they feel like, hey, you're a brother from another mother. You're still Asian, even if you're from China. So it's, we're all Asian. We just have slightly different custom cultures and we speak in different dialect, but that's just it. So, it's like, that's fine. But for like a complete non-Asian, it's more of just like, I'm not sure you can, accustomed to our system and how we do things here in Korea and our culture. So that right there, I think, could be just like an X on an X, for saying no to a non-foreigner. Could it happen? I don't know. I don't want to say never, because I think as the years go by, people are being more open-minded to different things. So it could happen one day. Do I see it in the near future? No. Maybe 25 years from now, I could see a good possibility in that happening. But in the near future, I don't see it happening. Because at the end of the day, K-pop is also mainly just used to help launch, Asian singers, out there on the grand stage. That's what it's really for. Playlists, they'll send their audition resumes all the time, Asian only. SM Entertainment used to say it. I don't know why they have a change of heart, but they used to say all the time in their audition forms, you must be Asian only. So their thing is to really, boost up the Asian pride, boost up the Asian culture, and make it more well known and more, aware. And it's like, we really can't do that if we have foreigners in our culture singing our music. It's like, and they probably feel like it'll be like a takeover or something. So these are my thoughts and opinions on this. And also to your question about could a foreigner work just as hard or lack thereof in training? I think if they have the determination, as long as you have the determination, the drive, and the passion for it, I don't think that would have anything to do with, your work ethnicity in terms of training, your work ethic in training or lack thereof. I don't think that would, as long as you have the passion for it, I think you can work just as hard as the Asian trainees in K-pop. So I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Not just the comment box below, but if you're a YouTuber and does videos, I'll hear your thoughts in detail about this topic. But like I said, this is a touchy subject, so I don't expect too many people. I don't expect anyone to make a video response to this. But anyway, just give me your guys' thoughts in the box below. Comment, subscribe. Peace.